Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I filmed part 3 of my Japan trip when I was somewhere else for business. I was in a hotel and I filmed it, and I was like, man, this video sucks. I don't like this at all. At all. So I spent an hour recording a video in a hotel room, kind of walking around the whole place, explaining everything about my trip, and I'm like, I went way too far into detail. So this video is gonna wrap up the last part of my trip, but I'm gonna speed through it probably, because I really didn't like how much I was rambling. So yeah. So basically, I think I left off at the end of the Shimanami Kaido. I have allergies right now, so I'm a little stuffy and all. But yeah, Shimanami Kaido, went to Hiroshima for the night. We got Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki, which is like, I don't feel like explaining okonomiyaki. I kind of forget exactly how to explain it. But Hiroshima-style, they have the noodles in it. Basically, that's the difference. I had to get them. Me and my friend waited outside of a place at like 8 o'clock. No, maybe like 9 or 10. We were the last customers he served, but it's just a line of foreigners. There's not one Japanese person there. A few people from the States I talked to, and there's a couple from French. Did I really just say that? From France? But yeah, it was real cool. Guy was real cool. Gave us little cards for like speaking. He made us. That was a weird noise. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I haven't filmed a video in like 2 weeks. I'm kind of out of it. But yeah, I had okonomiyaki Hiroshima style. Me and my friend waited outside for an hour in line, and he was starving, so he was getting pretty hangry. But it was one of his favorite foods, so I think he didn't care in the end. He'll act like he cared, but he realistically, he enjoyed it a lot. So, yeah. How's it going, everyone? I mean, I'm gonna speed through this. After that, we went to Osaka for four days, I believe. And then because it was 4 days, it was... Yeah, there's 2 days where we kind of split off and then joined each other. We weren't gone the whole day, but we kind of went alone. So I think, yeah, basically I'm going to sum this up pretty fast, because I really don't feel like explaining it all in so much detail. So basically, one day I went to the Umeda Sky building by myself, and then I ended up buying shirts at the mall. And there's a shirt back there, a couple that I bought at the mall that day, and then later on I bought this shirt and a few others, a few long sleeves. But yeah, that happened. I went in, so I was at the top building. I got a mango juice, I got a mango juice, I got a strawberry ice cream. The ice cream in Japan, like the soft serve, it's very good. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I looked around. I'm like, cool, I'm up here again. I'm up in the sky. And then I leave. I go to the mall. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in the mall. And there was actually a TikTok couple, I believe, a famous group. I don't know who, but they were signing autographs at, you hear the lawnmower? Oh my, background noise. They were signing autographs for like 3.5, 4 hours, because I was gone that long. I saw them going to the Sky Building, and I saw them as I left. So, I don't know if they were tired, but they were doing that for a while. I go back, and then what I do next, I don't remember. I met up with my friend, and then pretty sure I ate, relaxed a little bit. Pretty laid back this part of the trip, honestly. And then the next day, oh, I guess I should cover that. This was where my worst Airbnb was, and the ratings were not good, or they were not as good as people claimed. Like, the walls were musty, they had yellow stains, the wall was sticky, the air conditioning didn't work. There's a window's open in this apartment area. When we go in, I'm like, someone could have just walked in. Not that I'm expecting that to happen, but the place had so many problems with it. There was black strands of hair on our bed. So I basically sucked it up and lost like $150. My friend's like, what are you doing? And I'm silent for 10 minutes in the Airbnb room. I'm like, I'm booking another hotel. It's like 10 minutes this way. And he just laughed. I'm like, yeah, I'm not letting this ruin my experience. So we went to a hotel, and I think Shinsabashi. Did I say that correctly? I don't remember. I feel so different right now when I have allergies. But yeah, that happened then. Okay, back to day 2. I believe day 2 was the day I went to Osaka Castle. It may have been day 3, but who cares? So we'll say day 2, Osaka Castle. But before I did that, I believe I went bowling with my friend, and we're in like the 3rd story. We get our tickets, or we schedule our bowling, but it's really instantly. We take the elevator to the 4th floor, we bowl. I fell. That was funny. But I got back up, and I got that spare when I fell, so hey. But yeah, that happened. I asked the guy. I got to use the famous Boku ni tore wa. No, tore wa boku. Man, I've been learning so much Japanese, I'm forgetting how to say stuff now. Doku desu ka? Tore wa doku desu ka? Yeah, I don't know why I struggled just now saying that. I easily know how to say that. Sometimes my mind rambles on real fast when I film these videos, when I'm thinking about these. But yeah, that happened. I went to Osaka Castle. Funny enough, I took the wrong train, like 2 minutes out. Got back on, made the train to the right spot. The place looked really cool. The sky was really nice. And I didn't go in the castle, but I took a picture of my CC Lemon drink in the castle. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool photo. You had to be there. But yeah, my friend didn't care to go, so he went to the aquarium that day. And then after that, I went under the station by Osaka Castle, across the street. And I actually went to a mall, and I was the only foreigner there, I believe. So, it's a pretty cool experience. I went to a grocery store, the first actual grocery store. There was like this giant fish in this one section. And here comes the lawnmower. There's a giant fish in this one section. Like, well, not alive, but just that you buy like at a grocery store. It was like, it's a red fish. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have not seen a fish like that before. I know I don't have a lot of triggers, but it is what it is. But yeah, I did that. I went to self-checkout. You could have gone to the regular lane or self-checkout. I went to self-checkout, and there's no English option. So I'm like, you know what? I got this. Boom, 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 scan, 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 da, da, da. I don't got this. Sumimasen. Excuse me, miss. No, she's like, I ended up having to pay with cash, which was fine. I kind of expected that. But I just didn't know where the cash option was. Got that. Ate. I went to a restaurant there, and this girl held up a finger like, one person, and I said hitotsu, which hitotsu means one thing. One person would be hitori. So I said one thing. Imagine going into a restaurant and they're like, one person? And you're like, one thing. But I got beef omurice with a type of cheesecake that I do not remember the name. Basically, boom, boom, boom. I go back, meet up with my friend later that day. Pretty relaxed day. Another day. It's funny, because I was there for 3 days in Osaka and 1 day in Kyoto. The 3rd day, what did I do the 3rd day? I think the 3rd day was pretty laid back also. I mean, I don't even remember. Basically, the 3rd day, I don't remember. But we didn't do much. We kind of just ate food, walked around. You know, same old, same old. The Kyoto day I remember. We didn't really care to go to Kyoto, but we're like, we should probably go for 1 day at least. That was a good choice to go for only 1 day. We weren't the biggest fans. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't our favorite. So, I'm gonna do a lot of hand sounds this video probably, because I don't do that normally. Yeah, so, Kyoto. I'm trying to remember the names. We went to the Fushimi Inari Shrine, those like shrines that you walk through the mountain all the way up and down. Did that. We went through that in like an hour. people normally spend like 2 hours there. We were speed walking it. We didn't really like. We saw so many cool things this trip that it didn't look as impressive as some of the other stuff we saw. Basically, we really liked the Shiminami Kaido. The biking day was awesome. Yeah. After that, we walked around the little shops for a quick second, and then we walked all the way to a station. Boom, 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 boom. Took like a 10-minute train up north, I believe. I think it's north to I believe it's Sanenzaka, which is like the old-fashioned Kyoto touristy shopping street. It's kind of like, whoop. And there's like a shrine up here. But yeah, did that. I got a meat bun. A meat bun. I forget what the flavor was, but it tasted really great. Really great. And I couldn't get a second one of that flavor because they only had one left, but it was fine. I went back through and I got an ice cream. I really like the ice cream there. Don't really have soft serve ice cream like that here. Not as affordable and not many places, I guess. But yeah, did that. We're starving. He's really starving because he didn't really eat anything. I got completo there. Completo. The little rock candy bits you see. If you know, you know. But yeah, we walk back. He's starving. We go through some like back road of this neighborhood that no one walks through, but for some reason I walked through it and then he followed. That's kind of the trip. I went there, he followed. Took the train all the way to, instead of our hotel, we took the train all the way to Umeda Station. Because my friend wanted to get clothes at the mall. Also, after he saw the shirts I got. And that's when I bought a lot more shirts that day. He finds a bathroom. He's trying to find a bathroom. I'm like, I just walked through the store, and on the second floor, third floor, there's a bathroom everywhere. I figured that was the case, but we weren't 100% sure. Boom, he eats. I'm on like the 5th floor. I'm hungry. So I eventually eat, and he actually eats with me. So I guess he eats twice when I think about it. The girl at I want to say it's a ramen place. I don't know. There's a lot of places in these malls where it's like ramen, they got gyoza, all that good stuff. And the girl seemed really happy when I simply just asked how to say something. Because there's an item, I'm like, I can't read this. It was in like a crazy font too. She was real happy to just help me and say how to say something. I think learning a language and traveling, one of the best phrases you can learn is, how do I say this? Because it shows that you care and that you're interested in the culture, and it shows that you care. You're not trying to be rude or anything. And my Jones soda was sitting out in the sun. Sorry, I got off topic. It's no longer blue. It's clear. This is a blue bubblegum soda. Now it's, I don't know. I said I was doing hand sounds, didn't I? Yeah, we get clothes. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. We leave. I told you, I'm summing up this trip fast. Next day. Boom. Packed up. Ready to go. Ready to go. We go to Shizuoka, which is in between Osaka and Tokyo. Ooh, should I try out my grammar? I just learned something. So it's like a topic. I believe Ida. Okay, you ready? So, Shizuoka wa. Shizuoka ken wa. Shizuoka wa. Osaka to Tokyo. Oh, I have it in my head correctly, but I mispronounced. Shizuoka wa Osaka to Tokyo no aida desu. Shizuoka is in between Osaka and Tokyo. Correctamundo. Have you ever heard someone say correctamundo? Probably not. Demo. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Shizuoka. I booked it for 2 days. I told him ahead of time, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing here. I just booked it. And he's like, okay. Yeah. That was our trip. Okay. Sure, let's go. I already booked it. This town, it's not like a big town, but it's definitely not a small town. It reminded me of a city or town I lived by one of the streets. But, like, the Shizuoka main street was real cool. We got Starbucks a few times there those 2 days. I got fruit also. We ate it at an Italian place. It was a really cool place. They had so many items. We got pizza. The pizza was not as good. No, not as good. Not as good. I'm just going to say it now. And before I continue, in Osaka, there's a burger guy who was from Illinois for 10 years. Or lived there for 10 years, but he was from Japan. So I don't know how that worked, but he's fluent in English and Japanese. And I got the Kobe burger. Cool guy. And I also got a steak dinner at a place across from that in Dotonbori in Osaka. Yes. Sorry. I forgot about that. But back to what I was talking about. Italian place, we eat there, we walk around a bit. We finally are able to get in our hotel. It's the most spacious hotel we had, up on this top floor. Top of floor. Really cool, really cool. Not a lot of, I don't know. The town was really nice, but that town felt the most foreign of all the towns. Funny enough, not the countryside. This town was the most foreign, probably. So, a lot of hand sounds. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, they're real nice. The first full day, we ended up just walking to the park, and we kept walking. And I'm like, I don't really know what this is. It's just some mountain. And this mountain I thought there was a lot more like walkability in this mountain. We get chicken. I'm like, well, there's nowhere to really eat. I'm like, I guess we'll eat this at the mountain. And my nose is running because of allergies, and I don't got tissue. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And my chicken was spicy also. And we get to this like a little park, and we walk to this mountain, and it's really just it's like this little path that you take by car normally, and then you're back in the street. So it's kind of like it's kind of like the apartments are here, the housing, and then behind it, it's up, right back down to the same section, and there's like graves and stuff. It was actually really cool, all the scenery and everything. Got some cool photos. We ate chicken on some random spot. I don't know if anyone else has done that. I don't think anyone else has ordered chicken from that place and walked to this mountain and ate there. But yeah, that happened. Walked back through that downtown area. Or actually, we walked back to our hotel, then back to the downtown area later. And then the next day, we didn't do much. We just... Actually, that may have been the second day. Actually, hard to remember. But we basically just kept going back to that downtown area, that little strip, get some food. I actually got udon, and I had to ask the guy how to say something. Example, I pointed to some random guy. I was like, "Sumimasen, kore wa nan to iimasu ka?" How do I say this? And he said it, but I wasn't able to follow. I know what it is now, but it was kamatama udon, a type of udon where I think it's just simply the udon noodles, and then the egg on top, and then you stir it when you get it, put some soy sauce in. But as simple as that. I struggled a bit when he was talking to me, but I kind of understood. And then there's a size. I didn't know nami meant regular for like a size portion when you order stuff. I didn't hear about that. I normally heard like, I don't know, chisai or okisai, like small, large. But then again, I learned large when you're ordering udon, you normally say dai, just dai. So I'm guessing small is possibly just sho. I don't know. I forget already. I would almost never order a small size, so I guess it doesn't matter. And then there's another size that was like toku, I think. Something like special. It's not like the kanji for special, though. It's a different special. It's like very large. But I got that. Very kind person. He helped me throughout the whole process. He spoke some English. I wasn't expecting that, but he's cool. We had a good experience. I love those encounters. Some people might hate them, but I love small encounters like that. And then, boom. Eventually, we go to... Is it Shinagawa? I think it's Shinagawa in Tokyo. Kind of closer to Haneda Airport. You know, if you go to Haneda and then you go to, like, Asakusa or, like, anywhere downtown, central Tokyo, you're going to pass Shinagawa Station. Because it's kind of in between all that. Yeah, we go there. We're there for, like, 4 hours early before we can check in, and my bag is so heavy because I bought way too many shirts, and all I had was that backpack. So I had to really stuff everything in there. I was like, I'm not opening this side of the backpack until I get home. Finally, we were able to get in there, drop my stuff off, and before we did that, we're out. That was a weird noise. We ate at Starbucks. Not ate. We got a drink. We're there for like 30 minutes, and then eventually we'll walk out, and we just sit in this public area at the mall for like 3 hours until we're able to go. We did like nothing there. But I did buy I bought 3 boxes of Jaga chocolate chips. It's like the vanilla ones. So it's these vanilla real chips covered in chocolate. It's like a potato chip covered in vanilla chocolate. I got the vanilla ones. It sounds nasty, but it was actually amazing. And I can't get them here unless I pay some like huge premium price, and it's not worth it at that point. So I guess next time I go, always finding out about that really good item days before you leave. But yeah, we get there. Later on, our friend picks us up. The friend we were with a lot of time on the trip in Tokyo. Him and his assistant picked us up. Well, they went to Akihabara. We took the train there. We met him there. Boom. And then we ate at what's it called? It was a traditional type place. I don't remember what the place was. It could have been yakisoba. I don't remember, actually. I don't remember what type of food it was. I remember the food, though. Tasted great. Good experience. And then later that night, he drove us all the way to Yokohama to look at like this really cool area. I don't remember what it was called exactly. It reminded me of a Ghibli movie. Honestly, like it's really. There's a spot with a bunch of lights. It was real cool. Got some stuff there. Boom. Later that night, Daikoku. I forget the name. It's that car show port in Yokohama. You have to like go through these like highway area to this port where a lot of car guys meet up a lot. Saw like skylines and stuff. I'm not a car person, but the cars looked really cool there. Saw a few more wrapped cars. Not as cool as that Akihabara day, but I saw a lot of cool cars there. Spent a lot of we did a lot later that day and night with them, and then drops us off. Next day, we meet back at Akihabara. Drives us to close to Asakusa. There's like this street where there's knives. My friend wanted to buy a knife, go through some stuff. I had this pork bun thing. I forget what it's called. Croquet? Pork croquet? Is that right? I don't remember. Really good. You can just buy it at a stand. You can put sauce on it. Ate that. And the last place we ate at was Asakusa Imahan. It's just a famous place, I guess. It is a famous place. It's very popular. It tasted really great. We were in a line like 30 minutes before it opened. And one of the food I had, and then 2 of the others with us had, there's 4 of us. There's only 20 served every day. So that was kind of cool to get that item. And if you look right here, this is where my toilet paper is and bag for my nose. Because I'm out of tissue paper. I'm out of tissues. And we have 36 minutes left. So, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm not going to wrap this video up. I'm going to wrap this story up and go back to it real quick to say something that I forgot. But brings us to the airport later. My friend's going through checkout, taking a while because he has an actual bag because of the knife. And I just walk through with my little bag, boom, boom, boom. And I'm at the port. I'm at the Delta port. Literally, I have like 2 hours left. My friend got there in like 10 minutes before we left. So he had a stressful time, and I was laid back, just chilling. There's a bookstore called Books and Drugs. I believe that's a name. It's like, that's interesting. That's very interesting. And then on the plane ride was cool. There was a guy who sat next to me. And to sum it up really fast, 8 of the 10 hours of this ride, it was a faster return back than like flight there. Besides my delayed connection flight, but it's fine. I've done it. I don't have to do it again. Hopefully not again. I don't like delayed flights. But 8 of the 10 hours, we talked the whole time. It's crazy how talkative we were. And it was a real fast flight. Probably because we were talking, and then probably sat by one of the most interesting people. We both really liked Japan, so that was perfect. He was like 40, I think, close to 40. 14 to 18. He used to live in Switzerland. 14 to 18, he had a pen pal in Japan. Apparently his school did that. They would mail it, I believe. And then he lived there for 3 years, I think. I don't think it was 10 years. It was probably 3 years. And then he lives in Manhattan, New York now for 10 years. 10 plus years now. So he's fluent in French. I believe it's French what they speak in Switzerland. French, Japanese, and English. And this conversation started simply by me asking, you speak Japanese well? Are you fluent in Japanese? He's like, yeah, I actually lived there for a while. Because he was reading a Japanese newspaper. And that's what he does when he tries to... Is this video too quiet? This might be a quiet video. We're gonna send it. Not send it, but send it. I don't know how to say it. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. You should have saw the last video I filmed. Oh man, that was very sidetracked. Very slow talking too. But yeah. Yeah, he reads newspapers just to maintain his knowledge, and he can speak pretty well. Talked about a bunch of stuff. Friends with me on Snapchat and Facebook now, just to stay connected. Yeah, that's that. Get back, jet lag wasn't bad, but I did fall asleep at the airport for my connecting flight, because it got delayed to 2.5, 3 hours. Make it back home, fall asleep not too long after getting home, at 11 or midnight. Wake up pretty early. The jet lag started kicking in the next 2 days. Kind of tired, took a nap in the middle of the day, an hour. Fell asleep later that night, and then Sunday night, I didn't take a nap, but I made sure to fall asleep at 9 o'clock, which is rare for me when I'm not on vacation. Fell asleep at 9 o'clock, woke up, for work the next day, but I was well rested the next day. I was like, okay, good. I'm back to normal. Everything just felt foreign. It was weird. Foreign and normal at the same time. Very weird experience. But yeah, good trip overall. And then what I was gonna say is, that night in Shinagawa, when we went to Yokohama Port and then Daikoku. I think it's Daikoku. But we're walking through the port, and then the guy who speaks English really well, the older one, he had a phone call with his boss, and then the assistant showed up. The assistant walked with us a little bit for 15 minutes. And me and him had a 10-minute conversation about Gintama, because I watched it all. And he can speak English pretty well. Not the best, but better than my Japanese. And we were talking about Gintama in English and Japanese, because we're able to just say references from Gintama and we both get it. But yeah, it's really fun talking to him about that. I love having conversations with someone in a different language when you both understand each other's language, just barely. Because you have similarities, you just can't express it. But we had a common interest, Gintama, so it was really fun talking about it. And then his birthday was a few days later after I got home, so I sent him, if you've seen Gintama, there's one with Katsura, the character Katsura, on standby. And I sent him a picture of Katsura on standby, like a post-it card, because of one of the episodes of Gintama. And I sent him happy birthday in Japanese. I sent him that, and then he's like, I'll show your enthusiastic side throughout Akihabara next time. And he sent me a photo of Katsura on top of Elizabeth, charging into battle. And I was looking forward to it. And that was our conversation. I should see him for business in, I think, October, in America, a certain place. Typically, I would be able to see them once a year if I don't move to Japan for work or something. If I do that, it would be under them, and it would be most likely a year. I don't know how long I would do it. I don't know. There's a chance I could like it a lot. The thing that feels weird about maybe going to a different country, it's not the fact that you're in a different country away from everyone. It's weird to me because I don't have all my possessions with me. So if I want my possessions, I'm like, oh no, I just left it in America. Let me just go across the world. See, it doesn't work that way. And I was there for 15 days, so the homesickness I didn't really get. The food I missed, I didn't really miss a lot of food, if I'm being honest. I was able to, there's so much like, what's the word? I forget the word. Kind of like there's so many lights, so your attention's like, sorry, I forget the word. There's just so much happening, or so many things to look at and explore, just even in a city in Japan, that you kind of like, you don't really miss a lot of things as much. And I don't have a lot of, I guess I don't have a lot of not liabilities, but that's the best way I could say it. I don't have a lot of things holding me back from doing stuff like that. I don't really have like my family, I can stay connected online. I'm not dating anyone. I don't have a pet anymore. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to get into that stuff when I want to travel a bit. Mainly Japan, but I wouldn't mind seeing some other countries too. Kind of at that stage of life. I don't know if everyone else is at that stage yet who watches my videos, where graduated, I have a job, I don't really know where my life's going, but I like the way my life's going. I've been more happier. I've been more focused on tasks, better improving myself. So I feel good. So yeah, I don't know if you're feeling good, but college I felt kind of a loner, but not a loner. I had friends, but basically I'm like an introvert, but I'm not really introverted. I'm an introvert who needs to recover, because that's the technical definition of introvert. You just need to recover alone. But I can easily put myself out there and then be extroverted. I'm talkative normally, if you have a connection with like some type of interest that we share. I can try to change a topic to something that we might both like, but yeah. College, I was like, I don't care about the college life, so I'll do online schooling. Community college 2 years, and then the next 2 years was strictly online. So COVID actually didn't affect me in the college aspect because I was already online. So this room was my college. Hometown was my college. I had a couple friends from my hometown, and my neighbor, he just graduated, I believe. He most likely will not continue his education. I'm not sure. He's not sure. Back to rambling. But yeah, he came back every now and then. So yeah, I kind of just chilled here. Yeah, my main reason holding me back, funny enough, so my dog, what year was it? Was that last year? Last year in February, so a little over like a year and like 3 months. 3 months now, probably. Yeah. We had to put my dog down, which is fine, by the way. I don't want anyone going like, hey, I'm sorry. It's fine. It was the best situation. So we put her down, and then she was the main reason I didn't want to go to college. I didn't care about the campus life, but another aspect was like, I don't want to leave my dog. My dog is one of my favorite living things ever in my life. So that was the main thing holding me back from doing stuff like that. I was like, I don't want to leave my dog. And then now that we finally put her down, I'm like, okay, it's go time. So yeah, I really don't have anything holding me back, I guess. I don't know if anyone else is the same. It's a fun situation. Some people might not like the situation. I like it a lot. I'm not really in a rush to date or a rush to do all that stuff. I really just want to get better at speaking Japanese. Honestly, it just seems like I just want to learn another language. It's the only language that interests me a lot. It'd be kind of cool to be able to do that too, just in a few years, like just talk in another language fluently. I just like that thought process. I mean, crave. It could be in a year, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. And then my hobbies have kind of stayed the same my whole life. Definitely the past like 10 years. I still do the same tasks, all that good stuff. Same friends. Some friends not as close, but we're still close in a sense. Okay, so quick do I want to say, I'm going to talk about this in another video too. The question, for the people mainly who are 20 something, I feel like it happens in high school, but it's not as, or in college is when it starts to happen, but it's not as common for everyone then. I have childhood friends, some who I'm still close to or we talk to all the time, we still have a good connection. But I have some childhood school friends who I have friend groups with, and we hang out every now and then still and talk to each other. But when you actually hang out in person, it's a situation where you feel like you're regressing yourself. You're not as, I want to say, you're not as, you feel like, yeah, you're regressing yourself. Everything, you're only connected by your past mainly. And you're able to keep good conversations in person, but you just feel like maybe they're negative or they're not growing as a person. And for some people, it's fine, it's whatever. And I don't want to end those friendships, but they don't feel as good anymore. So, like, I don't try to pursue those friendships as often. I'll still stay in contact and stuff. But I'm at the stage where some of my childhood friends, we still share memories and all that stuff, and then we still share some interests. But it just doesn't feel the same. And I really hate that feeling. So I'm kind of at the stage where I've noticed some of my childhood friends, it's funny how some of us have stayed friends so long, we're still good friends, and then some of them it's like, we're kind of growing apart, but it's weird. It's weird how that happens. I don't know if anyone else is at that situation yet. And it's just weird. You're like, we're still good friends. You feel like you're improving yourself. You feel like some of your friends in that friend group are improving yourself, but you feel like some of the others, they're just not doing anything. It's like, what will things be like in a few years? Will we stay connected, but we're also like just growing further and further apart? I get kind of annoyed sometimes when I'm with my friends and I think it's fun when you're with people and you have inside jokes and references you always mention to each other that no one else gets. But sometimes there's a point where it's like, we're still reminiscing about our past. Why do we always bring these conversations up every time? I'm like, I like talking about it every now and then, but we talk about it too much. I don't know. You like how much my video just switched topics? Welcome to Life Advice by Jace. This isn't life advice, though. I think, this is my 6th video. I like it a lot more than the last video I've recorded for this. It's a shame that I had to redo it, though. And I know, as I'm recording this, it's a Monday, the 24th or so of May, whatever day it is. So, yeah, I didn't make my upload this week for Monday. I might not make a Wednesday upload, and I might not even make a Saturday upload. But you'll be getting 7 of these uploads in a row. I kind of just felt kind of out of it, so, yeah. So, I'm still here. It's just, I shouldn't have done these hour videos until I had them finished. But my next video, I think I'll probably talk about whatever. I'm debating between I went to Hilton Head recently for a family trip. It's the most travel I've ever done in a few weeks. It's weird. Normally this would never happen. It's like the stars just aligned for me to travel this year. I went there for a week with most of my family. I might talk about it. I could talk about it right now. I could probably talk about it right now and not really elaborate much on what I did. But I went there for a week. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll elaborate about that in my next video. I might make my next video. I don't do this, but I might do like minute videos combined into 60 videos. Like, kind of previews. Maybe I'll do 30 seconds. Who knows? 120 30-second videos. Man, that's a lot. I'll think about it. I'll definitely think about it. It's not a type of video I do, but it might be fun to just... And then next second, it's like... just switching left and right. Up and down, side to side. Might do that. The last video, you'll never know until you see it. It won't be as much rambling, though, so... I hope you like it. What if I made my final video no talking? The main concept my channel does not provide. Okay, so Hilton Head. I went to the lemonade stand a lot. It cost $7 for a lemonade. Shake-up lemonade. and it's $4 after you get the cup for refills. And I just talked to this guy the whole week, and I didn't go there Wednesday and Thursday because he said he wouldn't be there Wednesday and Thursday. Because I was like, well, I talked to this guy about life. We had short conversations every day. I got lemonade, talking about our days real quick, and then why would I want to go there Wednesday and Thursday when I've been going to this guy the whole week? So I waited till Friday, the last full day, to get lemonade again, and then we just stopped talking to each other. I don't know, have you ever had someone you just, on vacation, that you just meet multiple times just to talk to? At a restaurant or a grocery store, a stand, just kind of talk, and then you don't see each other again? Well, that was me. Cool experience. I biked around the main highway, the Center Island Highway of Hilton Head. I believe it was 17.5 kilometers. No. 17.5 miles. And you're on a highway for like 5 miles or 6-7 miles biking. You know how weird that is? People are driving like 60 past me and I'm on this side. It was weird. It was cool though. There's a crocodile, alligator. I think crocodile's a small one. A crocodile in the sidewalk. It wasn't in the sidewalk. It was on top of the sidewalk. Of course. It was on top of the sidewalk, covering like 80%. And I look up last night. I'm like, oh my gosh! Rode a bike past the crocodile. That was weird. Basically, I went to the Hawaiian shop. I think it's called Al's Alohan Kitchen. Yeah, I forget the name of the beach and everything we're at. Maybe this cup tells me. It doesn't tell me. Basically, if you look up like Watusi Cafe, Al Aloha's Kitchen, Froggy's Cafe. I forgot the name for some reason. Froggy Legs. A Sand Dollar. All of that, and then type in Hilton Head. That's the little section we stayed at. We rented a house this time. It's my second time going there. I'm not really a beach person, so I didn't go to the beach. I actually studied a lot of Japanese and just got lemonade. Went to the Hawaiian place. Ate some food. Rode a bike. I just relaxed. I'm not a big fan of that place, but it's nice to go when you're just relaxing, and then I was able to keep myself entertained by like the smoothies, the shakes, and the studying Japanese. And then, yeah, people gave me my space, so I was relaxed the whole trip. Yeah, pretty cool trip. I don't know if you guys have had it before, but Spam musubi. It's a Hawaiian dish. I believe the history of it was, I kind of forget how the connection works with Japanese and Hawaii, and then the Hawaiian people, all that stuff. But I think Spam musubi, I think originates from, I'm probably wrong, but I think it originates from Japan. I don't think it's like everything originates from China when it comes to Asian language. No, but I think it originates from Japan, but it's not a Japan snack. It's a Hawaiian snack because Japanese people lived there, and then Hawaiian, blah, blah, blah. And I think it was like a poor food at a time, and they would, for like war, they just put the Spam on top of the rice and seaweed and ate it. But it's really good. This Hawaiian place does it the best so far out of all the places I've had. So if you're in Hilton Head, go to Al Aloha's Kitchen, by like the Sand Dollar and all that, by the little park, and get the teriyaki. Well, it's all teriyaki Spam, and it's like grilled. It's really good. I got the Spam musubi, so teriyaki rice, and I had the one with egg in it and seaweed wrapped around it. It's so good. It's so good. It sounds bad for some of you, but trust me, it's really good. But I did that. I found a place called Island Nutrition at Hilton Head on the bikes. It took me about 20 minutes to get there on the bike. I rode past it that day. I went around the whole island, but I stopped, and I'm like, you know what? My favorite experiences when I'm traveling or just on vacation is going to a place I see that I think looks interesting. So I pulled up Safari and I searched the place. I'm like, it has a lot of reviews. It's really good. And it has really good shakes. I'm like, this is the place for me. So I turn around. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Another social interaction I'll have to do. I go in, and there's a dog that greets you. And I had the couple, the actual owners, I believe, the husband and the wife, with their dog, which I believe the first name was Charlie, and the middle name was Rose. Or I think Rose. Charlie Rose. I don't think it was Rose. I think it was actually Rose. Like the alcohol drink, I guess. Or the sparkling juice. But yeah, I got the Snickerdoodle cookie shake, and it was really good, and it had like 24 grams of protein in all the shakes. They have refreshers and stuff too, but I'm a big shake person. If it's like a dessert type sweet shake. I'm a dessert maniac. I just had an italki lesson the other day, and then she was asking what I get at the grocery store, and I didn't really have a lot of stuff I could say. Like, I can say items I get at the grocery store, but realistically, I go to the grocery store just to buy whatever sounds good at the time. I don't go grocery shopping. I just get a few snacks. So, I was like, I get tomatoes at the grocery store. I don't know if you're in my stomach. I'm like, I get tomatoes at the grocery store. I get, why am I forgetting? Oh my gosh. I get blackberries at the grocery store. I get sport drinks. And I think healthy is like harishi. And then she said harishi na. And I think na is kind of a particle, I don't know yet. But she was basically just saying healthy. And then I was like, I just like coughed. And then I just said, go man, what am I doing? I said, harishi desu. And I was like, demo. But I eat lots of, I often eat desserts. And she was like, I also eat lots of dessert. And she said, Dazatto ichiban wo tabemasu ka? I think that's how it is. Basically, just what's your favorite dessert? I probably said it wrong. I don't think I had to say eat. But I responded back, and I was like silent for 30 seconds thinking. And I was like, I don't know how to say I like just about, there's a lot of dessert I like, or I kind of know how, but I don't know how to specify, like, the worst part about learning a language is that you know how to say a lot of things, but you don't know how to, well, you know how to, there's things you want to say, but you can't express it because you don't know enough vocab. That's the worst. So I'm silent for 30 seconds thinking right here, and then I just said, wakaranai. I'm like, I don't know. She just laughed, and then she was talking about a cheesecake, and then ice cream, all that stuff. But yeah, I got off topic, but it's a really good dessert I got there. Road bikes. I went on a couple mile runs. I ate barbecue pizza, a full pizza. I'm like stuffed. I got dessert too, but I ordered the dessert before my pizza. We're all ordering food. They get their salads, and then I'm like, can I get this Chipotle? But can I get that before my main dish? So I ordered my dessert first. Never before have I done that. Normally I just order a dessert. I have done that. I actually did that on the trip. I ordered a Snickerdoodle cookie. Kind of tastes like Snickerdoodle pumpkin pie with ice cream on it. Like a hot cookie. But very pumpkin pie tasting. Like, I'm not speaking correct grammar. Nothing's changed. I walked into the bar and I ordered that dessert item, then I left. Yeah, that's me. If you can't tell, I do a lot of things by myself. Kind of just do. I don't know. I think the most important thing is to be comfortable doing things by yourself before you rely on other people or do a lot of other things. If you're not comfortable with yourself, you're not going to be comfortable in general. And you need to get in awkward situations. Yes, sir. But I ate this barbecue pizza and this dessert item, and then we're walking back to Whole Foods real quick because my sister's picking up something for, I think, her nails. I don't think it was for her. I think it was for her nails at the time. And I'm like, this is literally like 15 minutes later, 20 minutes. I'm like, you know what? I could probably run a mile right now, like 7:30 easy mile time. And then my brother-in-law, he's like, really? I mean, this road's actually a full sidewalk. You can run on it. And I'm like, really? I'm like, crap, that's crazy. I give them my Tic Tacs and my couple of drinks I just bought. I'm like, I guess I'm running. And then they're just laughing. And then I'm like, doing my stretches for like 3 minutes, go up there. And then they're like, I'll just meet you down the road. And then, boom, a 7-minute, 8-second mile on a full stomach. Yep, I did it. I didn't lie. I get in the car and I'm like, man, that was tiring. I actually made the wrong turn at a point and I had to cross. But yeah, and then I did a mile run on the beach later that week. That time was a 6:45, which makes sense considering how hot it was, and I was very loose at that time. Was that the same day? No. I think that was the day I went to the there's a day I went around the island, and there's a day where I rode the bike like 30 minutes one way and 30 minutes back, and then I ran a mile. I think I ran a mile that day, the shorter day. Surely I didn't run a mile after biking for 2.5 hours. You never know with me. I'm pretty weird at times. Sometimes I just get a sudden urge to do something like a mile run. Yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, this is a very relaxed video, by the way. Hope you guys like it. I'm happy I summed up the Japan trip much faster because, oh my gosh, I really rambled on my first two, and then the third one I rambled beyond and beyond. I wasn't a fan. I was talking too much about unnecessary information where I just went, But yeah, pretty relaxed video. We got 8 minutes left. Oh. Okay, so. How's it going? I'm pretty. I got nothing. You know what I got? I got a nose that I need to clear. I need my allergies to stop. My throat was getting kind of sore the last 2 days at Hilton Head, and we stopped at Gatlinburg the first night, and then the second night you won't know because I can't tell you. But yeah, the second day we returned, but that day, the last day returning, my throat was no longer sore. It was then my nose was very runny, like ridiculously runny. So I had to plug my nose, and I was plugging my nose yesterday too at work. Thankfully, I don't work for a professional company, so I was able to just work. Like, I know everyone at the company. It was kind of lucky in that case. Definitely, I'm happy to be that situation. And then today, nose is kind of not. It's kind of like it's like half my nose is not. One side of my nose is like not like I'm breathing through it, and then the other half is kind of like stuffy, but not too stuffy, and it's not as runny now. So maybe tomorrow is the day where I'm like 90%, and then it's gonna take like a day or two before I'm 100% again. Because being 100% means I can go on a run without dealing with my nose. I hate breathing with my mouth only, and it's something I got to do a lot when my nose is stuffy. It's the worst feeling ever. I sound like I'm out of breath all the time, and I can't talk as much, and then ding 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 ding. I'm actually recording this video at 11:30, probably 12 now, in the afternoon. But yeah, I'm supposed to be at work right now, but today's a special day where I'm going into work later for some type of photo shoot of products we have. They need someone to go there, so I'm getting sent in later today. So let's film a video, because we have one more video after this. I need to finish these hour videos. And I might just take this whole week off of just short videos. I'm sure some people might be like, no, but sorry. I'm just not feeling it. I want to burn myself out. And man, my videos still get seen the first day, and they just don't get picked up by the algorithm the second day. It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna keep making videos, but I don't like complaining about that stuff, but I'm gonna be excited the day when a video picks up multiple days in a row. Yeah, my last video is probably gonna be very chaotic, very aggressive, different triggers, but different short videos. I don't do short videos, and I feel like I might do short videos this time. I think it'd be a good idea for a video. If you are coming to this video for a diverse variety of triggers, I am sorry. Definitely not today. This is for the people interested in rambling beyond and beyond necessary. So, how you doing? You doing good? You doing all right? You doing fantastic? What can I do? What can I do? You know what I can do? I can record this video for another 3 minutes. That's what I can do. Okay. I used to always get annoyed by my dad when he used to learn, I think he was learning Italian at one point. He also used to speak some Spanish often when he was younger. He still can, but not as good as he used to. Not as often either. But we used to go to this Mexican restaurant. I guess that's unnecessary. The Italian time when he was working for an Italian company, he was learning their language. And I used to get so annoyed when he would say something to me when I'm like 8 in Italian. And I'm like, I don't understand you, Dad. What do you want me to do? And he would say it in English. And there's one time I did that where he was saying the name of a restaurant we're going to. And I thought he was telling me to do something again. And he's like, no, it's the name of the restaurant. I don't know, stuff like that. And now as I'm learning Japanese, I mean, I've had this happen a couple years ago when I was learning, but I'm really, really like learning speaking now. So I'm doing this more often. I'm like walking through the grocery store and I'm just like, etto. I'll just say like little words in Japanese, trying to form a sentence in my head, but sometimes I speak out loud. And one of these days, there's gonna be a person right next to me where I'm just like, I'm like, There's a video which is true for the most part. There's different responses, but it's like how to say, really? No, how to go like, show that you're interested or something, or like you're shocked. And the different progressions, it's just, I really like, what's the word? I don't know. There's a lot of words I like saying. Just can't utilize them to their full potential yet. It's kind of weird learning grammar in these books because right now I've already learned like past tense and stuff. And like future habitual actions, so like ends with must. And then like past, like I did this. It was mashita. Shimashita. Tabemashita. I ate this. And then tabemasu. I eat this, or I normally eat this. And then and then you go in a different type of ending form, I guess, or to show a different tense, different tense form. You kind of learn different tenses as you go along, but as you're learning those, it feels weird. It feels weird knowing when to use some of the others, because you're like, I've learned how to speak like this, but now I gotta rewire my brain to speak like this also with all that. I get it, but it's kind of weird to wrap my brain around, but like you kind of naturally just understand stuff when you start speaking it more. I'm trying to talk Japanese or think Japanese in my head. The grammar's not there yet, but there's some things I can think. And I know thinking Japanese really helps you learn Japanese. Speaking. You just constantly like say stuff in your head in Japanese. And then I'm trying to write stuff down more in Japanese. For stuff that I did. But yeah. It's a long process, but it's become a lot more fun this year. I don't know. I hope I don't get bored of this stuff again. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Next video, probably short videos combined into one. I hope you guys like the video. It's not going to be as rambly as the last 3 videos, so look forward to that. Or don't if you like these videos. Yeah. Have a good one. Bye.